Hello students, I'm going to guide you on schedules and demonstration of entomology. So in the first image of left side, you can see it's a schedule first A, where you have to fill all the preliminary information like your name, your farmer's name, a crop grown by your farmer, its variety and area under cultivation of that, the date of sowing or date of transplanting. If it is a fruit crop, then you can mention that date or approximate, try to mention the approximate date of sowing. It could be, in case of fruit crop, it could be last 4 to 5 years back, but you can start your observations from first day of attack. Mention the meteorological week of the date, then write name of the pest here. If it is aphids, select 5 blocks, and these are the blocks, 5 blocks, and from each of the block select randomly 5 plants, P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5. These are the plants. So from collect the number of aphids, information population from plant number 1, plant number 2, plant number 3, 4 and 5, and make its average here. So this will be average 1. Similarly, you will get average 2 from plant block number 2, block number 3 average, block number 4 average, and block number 5 average. Finally, you will get the final average of this date or that meteorological. Suppose this is a 32nd meteorological week, and you will get average population 10.5 aphids per plant. You can mention the control measures here in a brief, very brief. It is not necessary. Suppose the crop is soybean and it is get affected by aphid, jacid, thrips and white flies on the same date, on the same meteorological week, on the same plants. So if there is attack of aphid, mention the attack of aphid. If it is simultaneously attack of white fly or jacid, do that. On the same crop, on the same plant, find the attack of jacids or white fly. If there are only 2 pests or a single pest, keep the rest of the tables blank. This is the sheet is for 32nd week. Use similar sheet for 33rd, 34th, 35th and 36th. These are 5 consecutive meteorological weeks where you have to collect the data, and you should write average of. Suppose the meteorological week number 32. Now on the next page, this is an average sheet for schedule number first A. Mention the meteorological week and average of aphids on the week number 32nd. Similarly 33. If another pest is there like jacids, mention their population. If another third pest is there like whitefly or thrips or whatever, mention their population. But remember that the population you should count for aphids, for jacids, for whiteflies, for thrips or whichever the pest occurred on your crop. Use the same crop, use the same date of sowing. It not means that here we have to fill the data of different crops or different pests. The sheet is for only soybean or whichever the crop grown by your farmer, and there are 5 different sheet for 32nd, 33rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. There will be such 5 sheets and one average sheet there with respective data or averages of aphids, jacids, thrips, whiteflies or whichever the pest occurred. Not necessary that all the blocks are get filled. If the attack is of only one pest, mention that. If attack is more than one pest, mention all that in respect. And then finally mention the control measures. Here you are mentioning the control measures for 5 weeks. Every week you are suggesting something to control this much of the population. So all that cumulatively you can mention here for aphids, do all these things. For jacids, mention all the things together. If the space is limiting you, you can add another page to mention the control measures for the respective pest. After the third page of schedule number 1 means there are 5 pages of weekly observation, a single page for average and another page for graph. There you have to plot a graph. Suppose the population of aphid from 32nd to 34, 35 and 36, these are increasing, and you are means here 15, here 20, here 30, and at this level you are suggesting chemical control to suppress the pest population, and here suddenly it gets down to 5 or 6. Getting me? So these are the levels of population. It get increased according to the meteorological weeks are get increased. Once it is reached to the ETL, economic threshold level, maybe it crosses the ETL, yes, suddenly recommend the control measures. Here are the on the graph. Here you have to on the y-axis you have to mention the population level, and on the x-axis you have to write the meteorological weeks. Population on first week gradually get increased, rapidly get increased on third. It reached to the top, or maybe it crosses the ETL on fourth, and after you are suggesting suggestions to control it through the chemical, it goes down to the minimal level. So in this way you have to plot a graph on the third page. So there are, for first A, there will be 5 pages of weekly observations, 1 page of average and 1 page of their graph. Similarly, for second, first B, here again do all the things together similar to the first. Here mention the meteorological week and date of sowing, date of observation. Here we have to count the number of larvae per plant, foliage paste. We have to record the date of foliage paste here. So again mention the name of crop, and on the same crop, suppose here a crop is maize for an example, and your crop is get infested by fall armyworm. So there could not be any other pest than fall armyworm. There could be something like any other pest like armyworm or like stem borer or shoot fly. There could be population of that pest, but if you are collecting a data for fall armyworm, it will that will be a huge concern for fall armyworm. If you are collecting data for another crop infested by another pest, then there could be multiple pests on that crop. If it is a maize, you can record a single data of fall armyworm as a foliage pest. If you are recording data for cotton, then there are many pests infesting like semilooper, like Spodoptera litura, or like some weevils are there, Myeloceros weevil or ash weevil is there infesting the margins of leaf. So you can record the data of all that together. Similarly, 5 blocks, and in each block there are 5 plants. Number of larvae you have to mention here. Count the number of larvae and make its average for block number 1. Similarly, collect the data of all that 5 and make a final average for the meteorological week. Suppose the meteorological week is here 36. Mention in average sheet 36, and it is The pest is Podoptera litura or fall armyworm on maize. 37, 38, 39, 40. So these are the 5 consecutive weeks. We have to make independent sheets for this. The fall armyworm or whichever the pest occurred on your crop, try to get the data, try to get the ETL levels of each of the pest. You could get it from internet, you can ask me also, so I'll guide you on that. That population level will be reached in your 4th meteorological week or during your 4th observation, and suddenly maybe suppose the 5% damage or 1 larvae in 1 meter square area is the ETL of fall armyworm, or foliage damage by 5% is an ETL of fall armyworm. Then if it reaches here, if you find a larvae more than 1 on each plant, then it will be ETL of that. It crosses the ETL of fall armyworm. Then suppose the population level here on each of the plant is 2.7, then here it could be 0.1 in the first week, 0.9, 1.5, and it is 2.7 here, and then immediately it goes down to again 1.1 or 1.2 after your recommendations to control the pest by chemical means. So similarly make 5 sheets of first B again for 5 weeks, an average sheet and a graph. So these are the in total for each of the schedule in first A, B, C, there will be 7 pages in each. So this is first C. Similarly, you have to mention all the detail here with name of the crop. Here we have to collect a data of borers. Like if you are collecting the data for cotton, and if there is attack of pink bollworm, mention the pink bollworm, and damaged plants are bolls, squares or buds. Block number 1, plant number 1, here we have to collect the percent infestation. How one can do that? Suppose in plant 1 there are 20 bolls. Count the bolls of plant number 1. If there are 20 bolls, among the 20, if 5 are get damaged, the percent infestation will be 20%. Sorry, it is 25%. 25% infection is there. Correct me if I am wrong. So on plant number 1 you are getting 25%. Plant number 2, count the total number of bolls divided by infected bolls, then you will get the percent infestation. Then plant number 3, count the total bolls and observe the damaged bolls. Similarly, on the total bolls and on the basis of total bolls and damaged bolls, you will get the percent infestation. So record the percent infestation here of average of all these 5 plants. Mention the average percent infestation of block number 1. Similarly, you will get percent infestation of block number 2, 3, 4 and 5 for meteorological week number 40. And this is your percent infestation for pink bollworm for meteorological week number 40. Similarly on 41 it will be different, 42, 43, 45. So there are consecutive weeks you have to record the data. There could be another population, maybe like Helicoverpa majora, American bollworm, or spotted bollworm. There could be more than one pest. In case of tomato, brinjal, chili, okra or some fruit crops, do the same procedure, count the total number of fruits of the plant and compare it with damaged bolls, and you will get the percent infestation. Mention all that information recorded in 5 weeks. Here not necessary that you have to observe the larvae inside the bowl, inside the fruit or inside the pod. You can skip that number of larvae observed, or and directly you can mention the percent infestation. Here it is for pink bollworm, American bollworm, spotted bollworm. If all these occurs, if only when you observe this population, then you can mention that all here. If it is recorded, then only you can write. So for first A, B and C, there will be 7 pages in each, and the next schedule is schedule number 2. Here you have to record whatever the practices to control all these pests used by farmer, adopted by the farmer. Here you have to record these information for 6 crops, 3 agronomical and 3 horticultural crops. If there is a limitation to suggest select a crop from the crops grown by your farmer among these agronomical and horticultural categories, you can collect the data from your another farmer, mentioning the reference farmer for that individual crop. Here record, for suppose your farmer is growing cotton, soybean or any another crop, mention what he did to control the pest population. Suppose he did a deep plowing, then what affects the deep plowing on the crop, mention that the hibernating stages of some pests like Helicoverpa armigera, like spotted bollworm, then Spodoptera litura, the pupae of all that or hibernating stages of all these insects are get exposed to the sun. You can mention effect on crop and pest, mention the pests and what happened with that. Similarly, you can mention here pheromone trap, then you can mention sticky trap. But here remember, not just for a single pest, you are collecting a data for cotton, for all borers and sucking pest and all that together. Then there are several sprayings may be done by the farmer. Record all the or mention all that adopted techniques here, and mention the effect of these treatments on the crop and on the pest. Fill all these information on the in the sheet. Remember, if you keep anything blank, it will be questioned by evaluator. So recommending you to fill entire data, or else if you are keeping this blank, it's okay that your plant means you are writing somewhere something about the pest pink bollworm and rest all these will be blank. You can write here pest not found, you can write here pest not found. Only pink bollworm is is observed and rest any other pest is not observed on the plant. You are just writing about the bollworms or borers of cotton, or borers of soybean, or borers of fruits, vegetables. You are just collecting the data of a single pest or single type of pest. If any crop is get infected by a single borer, then you can mention that a single borer. No need to fill these all unnecessarily. Here only you are collecting a data of 5 week, rest all will be blank, it's okay. But you have to fill these all informations in every column, in every sheet properly without fail. Let's move to the next, that is schedule. After a schedule, we have to conduct a demonstration also. These are the points to be considered while writing a report on method demonstration. So this year we have demonstrated different technologies, very diversified technologies before the farmer. And yes, of course we have to mention the title while writing a report. The preamble is what a necessity of demonstrating that thing. So whichever any of the things, suppose you are conducting a demonstration to install IPM practices of any crop, you have to capture some images, what farmer actually doing there and what is the necessity. You can capture the images like a farmer is only applying spraying of some harmful insecticide, which is not just the solution. There are many things we can reduce the cost of cultivation of treatments. So with a view to clean the environment, farmer can use mechanical practices, cultural practices, or some biological practices which are available, whichever you will be demonstrated. So capture some images against your demonstration that which will highlight the need or preamble of your demonstration. Write your objectives in detail, your planning and preparation, and the way you implemented that. Write in detail the procedure of your implementation. Mention the queries asked by the farmers, then your judgment that your objectives are get cleared or fulfilled, and finally your conclusion. Attach the list of farmer. In conclusion, mention that how the farmers are approached towards your demonstration. Conclusion related with the success of demonstration or the techniques you used. List of the farmer, write the name, phone number and their signature. Sometimes they hesitate to sign on the sheets. If it is okay, they are ready to give the signature, attach along with the signature, but try to get the signatures. And follow up. In follow up, mention that how much of the farmers are started using your technology during the stay of your RAWE or during the stay of your village attachment. How much of the farmers assured you to use it into the next year? How much percent of the farmers just listen and just they get back to their own work without accepting whatever you have demonstrated before them. So you have to mention the farmers are ready to implement, the farmers will assure to implement it into the next season, or the farmers which take away your topic from there. Attach a sheet of photograph as mentioned by or as guided by Gaikwad sir. attach all the photographs in that way with due columns, due captions to the photograph. This is about the schedules and demonstration of course entomology. Feel free to ask while for any of the query you are facing, any of the issue you are, or any of the problem you are facing to while writing this population.